What if I told you that this tiny home, under 300 square feet, can make as much as a 5-star luxury hotel makes in a year, and it costs half to build? Well, that's exactly what I did with my mirror house. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through how I did it, how much it cost, how much we made our first year, and why it works so well. If you're looking to get into short-term rentals and want something that's going to stand out, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Garrett Brown. I'm a short-term rental investor from Houston, Texas, and I'm the BiggerPockets resident STR expert. So you saw the thumbnail picture and you saw the title and are aware of exactly what I'm going to talk about. That little tiny home right there, I have 3 of them right now, has been a gem for me in my STR portfolio. Let's start with the concept. The Mirror House is a fully finished tiny home from a company named Oud, who is from Eastern Europe and Estonia, but now is starting to manufacture in the United States in my backyard, actually, of Houston, Texas. It's wrapped in this reflective mirrored glass that there's a UV film on it that birds can see so they don't run into it and humans can't see. And it's one of the most unique stays that goes around now. And it's built like a tank. The glass has survived hurricanes, hail, all types of things. Now here's the kicker. It costs about $129,000 to get built in factory and delivered to you. A little more for delivery depending on how far you are, but there's no crazy custom build. You don't need 9-10 months to build out on your site and disturb other guests. It's just a small footprint with a big design to it. The whole reason I got so enamored with this property is I knew Instagrammable stays is what people crave and what makes people stop scrolling on Airbnb platforms. They're looking for an experience and they want something they're going to remember and be able to have social currency when sharing with friends for years to come. Let's talk about the performance of it. I'm sure you hear the $129 price tag and you're thinking that's a lot for a little 221 square foot property. First year at launch, we made about $120,000 in gross revenue. This is about an $85,000 in income before EBITDA. I always struggle saying that. EBITDA. You know, all jokes aside, even in the second year, it made $115,000 in gross revenue and netted us about $80,000 as well. This thing brings in an insane average daily rate, and we are not in a big, massive tourist destination area. We are near major metro hubs, which is one of the big keys, and we're near some regional attractions. But our average daily rate for this property is around $398 per night. And we've gained about an 85% occupancy rate since opening and could probably push a little more if we wanted to play with the numbers a little bit and figure out what is exactly the most profitable thing at, but we're pretty locked in. This is taking into account that we are one of the highest performing short-term rentals that's 1 bedroom or less in all of Texas and outperform our market by 5x year over year. We've had numerous special occasions, proposals, anniversaries, weekend getaways, girls trips, guys trips, and guests love it because they feel so special in such a unique property with some unique amenities to go with it. We have a sauna, outdoor tub, grills, we're overlooking a creek, there's a fishing pond. There's quite a bit to it. So it's not just the stay, it's a whole experience in connecting with nature and your loved ones. So why does this type of property work so well? I always tell people that you need something extremely unique to make them stop scrolling, but what gets people to book is the actual amenities in the next 4 pictures that you have within your Airbnb listing, for example. A really unique stay is going to make people stop their scrolling, and then what you deliver after that is going to convince them to pay a premium in daily rate, and that there's going to be a few things to do besides just having a really cool place to stay. That's why hot tubs and putting greens and, you know, nearby attractions are so big when making this the guest experience matter, that that as long as you're near a place that can bring in tourists like a major metro hub, you can market these properties very easily online and surpass all of the OTAs in general. A lot of our direct bookings at most of our unique properties, we're averaging about a 70% direct booking compared to all the other platforms. Airbnb makes up that 20 to 25% portion. And then there's a few other, Vrbo and booking.coms that occasionally come in. But our direct booking and Airbnb combination gets us almost fully booked year round. Social media is huge for these type of stays. We've built up a following of about 70,000 followers in a couple years and really are starting to gain traction in it where we're gaining a couple thousand a week or a month now because we're starting to have enough content and enough unique stays that we're drawing in so much traction. We use different promo codes for each platform, so we're able to track where people are coming and using some of their codes for. So we know that by far Instagram is our biggest push push, but TikTok is starting to slowly creep up and catch up in those same amount of bookings. Now let's compare it to a 5-star luxury hotel though that I mentioned at the beginning. That is, some people will say, is a preposterous claim that I think this can make as much as a 5-star hotel. But let's look at it in this capacity. The average luxury hotel room in any place is most likely going to cost around $200 to $300, $400, $500,000 to build one room. They call it a key. So if you're about $200,000, $250,000 per key, even on the lower end of the luxury side, you're still probably going to get about $500 a night. Your occupancy rates most likely are not going to be in the 85% for these exact luxury hotel rooms, because there's not much else experience to go with them, or the capacity for the amount of people that will actually pay that top dollar to go there. Now again, the Mirror House costs about $129,000 with another $30,000 in infrastructure to build. But we charge about $400 tonight already and get an 85% occupancy rate. And if I add a couple more amenities, if I really wanted to, I can drive it up even more. Hotels don't necessarily have that luxury to add a private amenity in each hotel room. So maybe, boutique hotels possibly, but most of these, once you've built the room, you're kind of at the whims to the market. With short-term rentals in unique places, you can almost build your market in certain areas with the right marketing. Now, another few major things that hotels would never be able to match is the fact that we are in nature. We are in a totally different type of experience that a lot of people with the higher median incomes are in major metro areas. They're looking to get out of those cities into nature. They're not looking to book a luxury hotel in the middle of downtown when they already are there all the time. It's drivable, it's quiet, it's a slow down in pace that most people in the city are not used to. And that's where a lot of our traffic comes from. You don't need 100 acres or some type of resort. You just need the ambiance and a good bit of private land around these type of places. Now, it might sound a little easy to do this exactly, but it took me a couple years of research to really build out my land hacking and glamping plan. You can do the exact same thing too if you do some research and invest in your design of your area. Think of the guest experience overall and treat your short-term rental like a brand, a unique brand. The more unique the product, the easier it is to market. The more basic the product, the harder it is to market. And so if you have a plain Jane property, that is going to be almost impossible to get to any type of top of market. You're always going to be almost in the race to the bottom for pricing as your winning selling point. Now, this strategy may not be for everyone, but I just wanted to show what are some creative ways to get further into the investing side while also getting higher into the cash flow side with an ever-changing short-term rental market that some people think is oversaturated. I think is just filled with people not utilizing the opportunity that's in front of them. People get into it for a cash grab and they forget that this is the hospitality business and we are in the experience business at the same time. Now, if you're wanting to build something like this, let me know in the comments some questions you may have, or jump in my DMs on Instagram and I'd love to chat about it. I appreciate y'all watching all the way through to the end of the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I think YouTube wants you to watch one of these videos right here. See y'all next time.